They have a lot of returning guys. What do they do well?
Well, they do a lot of formations, a lot of groups. Because they're a new quarterback, they ran the ball with their quarterback a lot last year. So we're anticipating they have that same kind of guy, kind of like what we do to a certain degree, but don't know who that guy is yet because he didn't play very much. Played a little bit, but I'd have to think that Coach Stubbs, who's a good coach, is also their offensive coordinator, the head coach. They're probably going to do what they did last year, at least coming out. That's what we're practicing. And then we always prepare for war in time of peace, so whatever they throw at us, hopefully we're ready for it. Because our offense gives us a lot of different looks.
What separated Hardrake and Cassell, and how big was that separation from the other guys?
Well, he played better in the spring, or in the fall camp. How big a separation, I don't know. I didn't measure it in degrees, but he played better than the other guy. But the other guy's going to play too, Aaron, okay? The other guy's going to play, so he had a better fall, better production. But the way we play, guys, the starter's not important, as I mentioned to somebody the other day. But I can't give a degree of separation.
You should have done more drop in. How does that work with a 200-pound guy?
Not sure yet, but we're experimenting, all right?
What do you like about him there?
I like his speed. I like his attitude. He wants to play. He wants to be in there. He's a tough kid. He needs a few more sun-ups and sun-downs before he understands what he's doing there. But other than that, I like the kid's attitude. He plays very, very hard. So we could put him to the field and protect him to where he's more like a strong safety. But he's got a lot to learn.
Has he displayed a lot of innate pass rushing ability?
No, we won't use him in that regard.
Okay.
Too much.
Still,
He's just learning the duck package right now.
would you say it's an experiment to see how he does it, defensive end or drop-in position?
I wouldn't say it's an experiment, but we're going to see if he can learn the position and give us some depth.
Nick, is this a game where you'll get a chance to see a lot of players and experiment a little with different coverages and different sets?
I never like to talk like that. I apologize. And I know what everybody thinks. I always respect our opponents. That would be awesome if we get to do that. But for me to comment on that, I hope we can do that.
You've been around a lot of head coaches over the years. How do you think Mark will handle his first game as in that capacity?
I think he'll do awesome. I think it really helps that, I think he's had a good background and learned quite a bit from Chip, and I'm sure some of his other predecessors. I think he'll do fine. He'll do fine.
Coach, you're upstairs in the game. He's been up there. He's going to be down on the field now. Is that kind of a big difference?
Yeah, I won't be able to yell at him to milk the clock. I have to yell at Frost now. That'll be the biggest difference, which we don't do anyway, but I still yell it. It'll probably be a difference for Mark. He's got to make the decision. The thing he's got to do now, are we going for it? Are we punting? What are we going to do on fourth down? Those kinds of things. Are we faking something? So that's a new role for him, but I think he'll do great.
What is it you see from upstairs that a coach on the floor doesn't? The routes,
Well, you could really see what's happening from above. The sideline, I can't see the gap controls or just the whole thing. You get a bird's eye view, obviously, for being up there, and you get to see how you're spaced and how guys are playing their gaps and things like that.
After a long fall camp, then Nick, what are you most looking forward to seeing out of your defensive squad this weekend?
How fast and hard we play. I hope we can lead the country in effort. I'm not sure yet, but I know last year's team ran to the ball and ran very well. The most important thing, obviously, you have to know what you're doing. You can't just run blindly, but if we know what we're doing and we run to the ball and we finish plays, that's the most important thing to me. And then I'd have to say being aggressive and tackling people, because we don't tackle much in fall camp. And even when we tackle our own guys, I don't know if we tackle. We'll see how we tackle on Saturday.